And I went online and searched in the Bible, and just if any of you are into that religion, there's nothing in the Bible that says that you have to split anything in a negotiation 50-50, okay? So just getting back to this side, 50-50 is not the solution. But what is the risk, by the way, for the supplier in this case? What could happen? What could the buyer do, perhaps? Any idea? What could be a challenge or danger to the supplier? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, do you know what? I did a book 2 years ago on ethics, moral, and trust in negotiation. And the reason I did that was because I discovered there's not a lot of it. And the reason we did it, could you imagine that the buyer in this case, when you came back with the whole idea and you utilized all the value, would it be a risk that the buyer might say, that's a great idea. Thank you so much. Could we have a break for a couple of days? And then we have a break for a couple of days. You go to your notebook, you write down the whole idea, send it off to the Polish guys, and are saying, could you do that? Would that be something that could happen in business life? Yes. How would you feel about that? If you picked up the rumor that the idea you generated actually ended up with your worst competitor in Poland who are threatening your life, would you be happy about that, thinking, that's okay? Or would you be slightly annoyed? Slightly annoyed. Would you be a little bit angry? A little bit angry as well. Do you know, something new happens now called revenge. Have you ever heard of that? Revenge happens in business life every day. Because imagine that the Polish guys can't do that. They haven't got the technology, so they say, we're so sorry, we can't do it. So you return to your original supplier a couple of days later, and what is it that she knows when you return? She knows that you were down with the competitor, they couldn't do it, and here comes the revenge part, because she'll be saying, oh, you're back? Well, that's nice. You know what, my friend? The price last we spoke was 33 per plasterboard. Today, the price for plasterboard is 59, and I want you to sign on that dotted line right here. Thank you for the deal, you motherfucker. That's revenge, and that happens in business life. Anyway, back to my question. How should we split the sum of the potential Negoeconomics? Now guys, as you probably remember, the two parties up here started off in a zero sum, where Skanska as the buyer would like a reduced price. That would hurt the supplier, they would lose. If the supplier were successful in maintaining their price, Skanska would lose, so that was a zero sum. Then they moved into partnership, creating Negoeconomics. They didn't really go into Smartnership, I have to emphasize. And now what is potentially happening? They end up at the end creating the Negoeconomics, and what could happen right now? What happened to some people when they see a huge pile of cash just lying there? Free money. The word starts with a G in English. Greed. Could we all agree that